Welcome to Housing Talk with Sheronica Outlaw and John Ferrera. I'm your host, Sheronica Outlaw, and I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway. I service Hudson Valley and all the New York surrounding areas. Now, John, tell them a little bit about yourself.
Hey guys, John Ferrara here with ASAP Mortgage, and I've been providing the most competitive, personalized mortgage experience for my buyers and homeowners for over 2 decades. And buying a home is probably one of the most important investments you'll make in a lifetime, whether it's for personal or investment. We're here to help you educate you and help you make some sound decisions.
Great. Thanks for that, John. Well, we have a special guest today by the name of Michael Cote. Can I call you Mike?
You can.
Excellent. Mike plays an important role in real estate and can explain it more in detail a little later. There are many questions I would love to ask, but we are only going to ask the most relevant questions that will help people understand the process of buying a home. Now, let's get down to business. Now, Mike, can you share a little bit about your journey and why you decided to become a lawyer?
Sure. When I went to college at Marist College in Poughkeepsie, I majored in computer science. Now, that's a little far afield from the law, but I learned quickly that you need to be very good at calculus. And I found out quickly I was not very good at calculus, but at the same time, I got very involved with the debate team. And it's a nationally ranked team, did a lot of traveling around the country. And I decided to make a switch to political science with an eye towards a career in law. And it worked out well for me. I graduated Marist and then went on to Fordham School of Law. And I've been practicing law for about 27 years.
Good for
Very
you.
nice. So, Michael, what areas of legal practices do you cover, and is there a particular practice you specialize
Well, I concentrate in real estate law. That is the thing I do the most of and the thing I really love. I also do a little bit of landlord-tenant, representing both landlords and tenants in their disputes, and a little bit of traffic court.
Very good.
Okay, very nice. Now, what or who inspired you to pursue your current career?
Well, what inspired me was way back when I started, I worked for another firm, and they did a lot of personal injury and a lot of litigation. And I was the only one in the firm that did some real estate. And I found myself gravitating towards the real estate. It's something about helping people to purchase their home. It's one of the high points in somebody's life. And being a part of that is really something I enjoy. And you can tell I'm a people person. I like getting to know people. I like getting to know my clients on more of a personal level. And, I just really do enjoy that moment at the closing when the transaction's done. And particularly with buyers, just knowing you've helped them achieve their dream.
I agree. Mortgage has been my passion, and one of the reasons is because you get people that know nothing in the beginning, and you educate them all the way through the process, and then you're there at the closing, and it's just a really great feeling.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree, John.
What do you like least about what you do, Michael?
Well, as time's gone on, the process gets more and more complicated and more difficult to navigate. Not impossible, certainly, but an example is recently, as you both know, there's something called the property disclosure statement that the state created a form about in 2002 that said sellers need to fill this out about what they know about the condition of their home when they're selling it. They gave the option to give a small $500 credit and not give that form. So basically, every seller gave the $500 credit. Nobody wanted to do the form. Now they've just changed it and they say you have to give the form. And you can't send a contract out until you have the form in hand. So it's creating a new stress point for people. For sellers, they have to fill out this 5-page form and they're stressed out about, oh my goodness, what if there's something in the house that I don't know about, but it's a problem, so I don't put it on the form? Can that come back to be a problem? The answer is no. If it's something you couldn't see, or but it's still just a new stress in what's already a stressful project.
Yeah.
For buyers, that form, just every little thing on it. It can be, the basement got a little water in it 20 years ago, and it's going to cause unbelievable stress. Like what is that? And it just causes more and more stress. We can help people through these things. That's kind of what our job is to guide people through it. But I feel like the state sometimes, in an effort to try to make things better, really can just make it much more stressful for people.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Now, tell me about one of the funniest moments you had in your career.
I was thinking about this. We talked before that this question was coming, and I thought of something. It wasn't me, but it was one of my former partners. And so I said they did a lot of litigation. Well, she had a case once where it was somebody who had bought a limousine was suing the limousine company. And they were suing them because after they bought it, a noise developed in the limousine, some type of bouncing noise, clanking noise. And they paid a lot of money for the limousine. These things cost a ton. So they brought it in to get it fixed, and the company went through this thing forward, backwards, sideways, couldn't find anything. The noise remained, and it kept going back and forth. And finally, the purchaser sued the limousine company over this noise. They said, we can't have this. So as part of and this has been months. Understand, it doesn't go straight to litigation. There's been a lot happening. So during the litigation, they had a ride along. Okay, a ride along. The attorneys all went into the limousine. They were driving it so everybody could hear this noise. And in the limousine, my partner was there with the other attorneys, and you can hear this noise. And then she noticed there's a little lever next to her seat. And she kind of twisted it and pulled, and it was a little compartment, cylindrical. And in the compartment was an empty bottle of champagne. He pulled out the empty bottle of champagne, and the noise was gone. She solved the case. She said it was the only case she ever solved in her career. And I just found that
That's
hilarious.
crazy.
That's hilarious.
Happening because somebody didn't bother to look into the small compartment and see the empty champagne bottle that the first customers of this limousine company probably drank on their, whatever.
I would have liked to have seen the faces on everybody that was involved in that litigation.
Yeah.
I would have liked
After
to
we-
have a drink afterwards.
Yeah, right. We need a full bottle of champagne, I guess.
This concludes the first part of a two-part session with Michael Cote. Mike, how can someone contact you when they're in need of a real estate lawyer?
Well, my telephone number is 845-454-0077. I'm sure if you do a search for my name on the internet, you'll find, various spots where I am. I will admit I'm not a social media person, so I don't really have much for social media. So it's mostly, give me a quick call, and you can email me as well at it's Michael Cote Law, Michael Cote ESQ at yahoo.com.
Do me a favor. Can you just spell that out for the people that don't know how to spell your name?
MICHAELCOTEESQ at yahoo.com.
Perfect. Thank you, Mike.
Sure.
This is Housing Talk with Sheronica and John. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications to hear more of Sheronica and John with Housing Talk.
And thank you very much for your time, Mike. We really appreciate you coming on. I know you have a busy schedule, but I've been working together with you for a long time now, and you guys are always great. You do the bank work. We try to save the clients a few bucks by you streamlining the process for them. And please stay tuned until next week for the second part of Housing Talk with special guest appearance of Mike Cote.
All right. Thank you. And we'll talk. And looking forward to speaking again.
All right, guys. Have a great day.